Let me check. Let me
All
see.
right,
See the whole
preparing
channel.
to go live.
Let me check. Let me see.
All right,
See the whole
preparing
channel.
to. There we are.
Yeah.
Well, why doesn't it show your video?
My video?
Yeah, on YouTube. Oh, it's whoever's talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Well, hey everybody. So today we are going to be figuring out how to create a pipeline so that ChatGPT can make awesome video content, and then Stable Diffusion can make images for that content, and then YouTube can automatically upload the videos. And it's going to be very high level, but we have some cool ideas that we're just exploring now.
Right.
So the core is pick a famous person's name, and then ChatGPT generates interesting content for them to say.
Oh.
And then Stable Diffusion generates relevant images. We have a missing step of how do you create a
It's like,
video?
how do you create? Yeah, images to video.
Some magic creates a
Wait,
video,
are there
and
models for
then
video generation?
uploaded via YouTube API. Now, maybe the first iteration, we just manually do all of it. And then over time, we can automate bits and pieces until it gets to something that's automated. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like from my perspective, if we can, like, the ideal final pipeline for this project would be looking like, we have like a really simple website, and then
Right.
you like just like the Google, Google search box. So if we input something interesting, like let's say we follow input a famous person's name, and then it will just deliver that name to like ChatGPT, right? So it's calling the
Right.
ChatGPT API, and then it will generate a context like it will give you the response from the ChatGPT,
Right.
and then like the scripts, and then we
Mhm.
can um and then like another model will be based on we just fit that into the Stable Diffusion as well, like using API if they have it, and then we get back a bunch of images to show on the website, uh, and then have a bunch of images, and we gotta figure out also like how do we use that image and create it into a video.
Right.
So that's kind of the ideal one, and then maybe it could be a two just for us, maybe because it's not like we're just trying to upload the videos, right? So
Yeah.
so maybe just for us, it don't need a UI. We can just have like
Mhm.
a program like a Python code, and
Right.
then we build like a pipeline. Then it just automatically generate a video first, and then we can have another Python code that just uniquely designed to upload videos to YouTube.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably. That's what I saw. Yeah.
right. So at the beginning, each one can be a separate script that just handles one task. And then
Yeah.
eventually we can run them together.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
Yeah. Well, we can start with some very simple explorations of just doing it manually, right?
Yeah. Sure.
And I just had a conversation with
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT about related things. Let's see if it remembers. Okay. So the way it goes is uh, I was thinking what's going to be an interesting and short video clip that would be fun and engaging to, well, us, first of all, and then, maybe other people would find it funny and interesting too.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, what if you generated some interesting questions that uh, might be asked of like a famous person from history who for a TikTok video. So in reality, Abraham Lincoln in this example was probably never asked what was the most unusual food he had in office, or if he had a superpower, what would it be? Uh, but these kinds of
Yeah.
questions, because it's kind of fun and interesting, the historical facts don't really matter because it's not truth. So we don't want to run into the problem that you hear a lot about these AIs giving fake facts. Like it's just for fun. And because there's such a big corpus of uh, like Lincoln's writing in
Uh-huh.
particular, you can kind of get a sense of how he would answer the stuff that he would probably never have gotten asked.
Right.
But to use this stuff to actually generate what we need to uh, have these scripts create the content that we want, there's a couple of steps to it. So the first step is asking, for Lincoln, what are some questions that would be interesting? And this is important. So I gave it a number of questions, 5. I described what types of questions, because it wasn't just any question, right? Strange, but funny and interesting. And then a 60-second TikTok video. So not too long.
Yeah.
And then it came up with some questions. There's like a good bit of diversity in the questions, and some of them are kind of silly. Like, how would you react if you saw a vampire in the White House? Or what do you think about the latest dance craze? And that's the starting point. So then, because we wanted to actually create the content that maybe we'll get, and this is a step that we forgot to mention before, which is we could use one of the text to speech models to create the voice.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's somebody who, has a fake Abraham Lincoln voice. That gets a little tricky, but something to think about.
Hmm.
But anyway, so then it's now respond to those questions as if you were Abraham Lincoln, again mentioning that it's a 60-second TikTok video. So the responses can't be too long. And then, what came back is actually pretty good and pretty funny. Like when we asked the most unusual food, I don't know if this is true or not, but he said, well, I have to say I was never much of a foodie. I did once try Rocky Mountain oysters, which are a delicacy in the West made from bull testicles. Let's just say I was not a fan, which is kind of funny. And it's something that you could kind of imagine if there was a modern Lincoln on TikTok, that would be something you might say.
Yeah, that was actually pretty interesting. The answers, like the ChatGPT crafted.
Right.
And it got a humors to it. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I'm thinking that the first step is really easy actually. The easiest one is the first step for us.
Mhm. Right.
Like yeah, because we can just call like the API here and get a response. I think that's not like the hardest. So we can get a bunch of answers back with the
Right.
texts. And then the next problem is like we have to, if we wanted to make it a video, right? So we have to have both audios and also the the video.
Yep.
But yeah, so we gotta figure out like how do we like make a video based on stable diffusion or make journey?
Right.
We can maybe ask like GPT now.
Right. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, but anyway, we can go further. Like see.
yeah, I'm trying
Oh,
to think. Yeah.
these are the prompts, right?
Right. Yeah. So, uh, yeah, next we can start asking about how to build how to build this pipeline. But yeah, the last thing that I asked it just for this test was, now for each question, write a stable diffusion or mid-journey prompt that will generate an interesting and relevant image for Lincoln's response. And again, what it came up with is really good. And I can imagine these prompts, it wouldn't be, these are not the best prompts that could be made, but it's kind of interesting and would come up with something relevant. So like for the Rocky Mountain oysters, depict Abraham Lincoln making a disgusted face because he said he was not a fan, while holding a plate of Rocky Mountain oysters with a Western background. And he said, it was something that was famous or a delicacy in the West.
Oh yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, and each of them are pretty relevant, very relevant.
Yeah, right. Tap in. The
So
last one is yeah.
yeah, the simplest one, of course, or the simplest way to do this is we just do a slideshow. So it's
Oh
like
yeah.
there's the stable diffusion image, and then maybe the question is like overlaid at the top or the bottom of the image. And then there's the voice speaking their response. That's the
Oh yeah.
audio.
Yeah. So basically, there's no animation, right? So it's just a
Right.
picture. Stay with the audio.
Yeah. If we want to get fancy, then we call up prompt muse Amelia and ask, how could we make like the
Yeah.
characters in the images actually an animation and have
Yeah.
their
I
lips
remember.
saying the text. Uh,
Yeah.
but that can be the version 2 or 3.
Yeah. I remember like she had a tutorial, right? So the tutorial was like she took a bunch of like photos of herself like dancing like TikTok dance, and
Hmm.
then like used a stable, I guess it's a Mid Journey to recreate it into like cartoon ish animation.
Right.
Yeah, but that needs like a serial consecutive like series of images, right? No.
Yeah. Uh, which is also, it's something that can be done, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So if there's like audio generation as well, you know,
Well, it can be
audio.
done, right? All of these things. Um,
Yeah, definitely.
so so I guess now we can ask ChatGPT to help us think about
Yeah.
how to build this.
How to, yeah. OpenAI has a jukebox. Not sure you heard of it.
What jukebox?
Yeah, it's called jukebox. It's like, oh, it's for creative music. Never mind. We can ask ChatGPT first. Let me see.
All right, I'm just posting this on LinkedIn and Twitter. I said we're live building an AI famous person name to funny video of them responding to questions pipeline. Because normally it's like text to image, text to video, voice to text.
Yeah,
But we're going deeper than that.
yeah. This is like multi-model combination.
Right. Yeah. It would be so cool to build even just a little toy version of this, like even if it's not
Yeah,
fully automated.
yeah.
Okay, so how do we start talking with ChatGPT about building this? So
Uh,
create
I think
a,
we should. Yeah,
what do you think?
I'm thinking we should maybe like ask. Yeah, never mind. Like we can just tell ChatGPT what we are doing. Sorry, my video keep cutting off by my iPhone.
Oh, you
Sorry.
switching to iPhone?
Yeah, it just pop up like close my videos. It's back on. So we like to create a slideshow video pipeline. Then we should ask ChatGPT like like what kind of service or model we should use for each step
Right?
at the beginning first.
Yeah. So we'd like to um take to create a scripting pipeline that generates the above content
Mhm.
after the user inputs a name. Then, well, uh, uh, creates stable diffusion images for each question.
Mhm.
Um, uh,
Um, Based on the prompt,
creates
right? Yeah.
a video uh, slideshow that
Yeah.
goes through each question with its corresponding image and a text to speech
audio, like mimic the name of the person's audio.
Yeah. I'm thinking even just keep it simple. Just any text to speech audio to start. A lot of TikToks are like a fake voice anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it creates a video slideshow and uploads that video through the YouTube API.
YouTube API.
How should, or what's the question we should ask?
So, what tools we should use? How do we
Right.
design? Yeah, how do we
It's just
design such a? Yeah.
what tools should we use to accomplish this task? And let's see, this is a pretty specific one.
Yeah. Data collection.
Because I guess we didn't mention, like, we're just gonna ask you.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, yeah.
We should just add that. Yeah.
That generates the above content.
Inputs famous person's name to
Right.
ChatGPT.
Yeah. For any famous person's name using that GPT/GPT-3 API.
Mm-hmm.
Creates and let's just say AI generated, because we don't want to assume that it's Stable Diffusion. Maybe it'll tell us to use some other tool we don't know about.
Yeah.
AI generative image and text to speech. Audio. Maybe that's a little more specific.
Yeah.
Thinking.
ChatGPT is like man.
What are you clowns thinking? Here's the general outline of the okay. This sounds like
Gathering
we're
data.
somewhere. Oh,
Okay.
no.
Or as well as information on their personality. Why do I need that?
Yeah, this is from no text generation.
I need to use.
Right? Oh, it's clearly biased because OpenAI also makes DALL-E.
Oh, it's DALL-E. Okay, I see. You'll need to provide DALL-E with the stable diffusion or mid-journey prompt. What? Why?
Okay. Maybe this is just too. Maybe it's
Final Cut
we're
Pro.
just asking
What?
it too much and it's too like too big and vague.
Yeah.
We're asking.
Oh, but we
Just
have like
because,
text to speech API from Google. You see that?
oh, nice. Okay. Well, who knows if that's real? We gotta check.
Yeah,
But
let
it
me
could
check
be.
right now.
Yeah. Can use a scripting language like Python. Okay. So why don't we start with the first and second pieces as like that's what we asked next. Like, okay, now write the Python script to take a famous person's name and generate
Mhm.
questions and responses as we did above.
Yeah,
So let's start with number 2.
yeah,
You write a Python script that uses the BT3 API to generate questions, responses, and let's just say Dolly, or let's say
yeah,
Midjourney, or let's just say Dolly because it has a clear bias.
yeah,
And Dolly prompts on script that uses to generate questions, responses, and Dolly prompts.
yeah,
Like the above example with Abraham Lincoln. It'd be pretty cool if it worked. Or even if it came up with
yeah.
something that's buggy, but a good starting point.
Yeah. All right, import OpenAI. Yeah, okay, okay.
Is that a real library? That we have
I
to
think
start
so.
there.
It should be.
Yeah. Question, completion, create. And hopefully it, but Text DaVinci 2 is GPT-2, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's outdated.
Yeah, but whatever.
Get the generated questions. Okay. Define
Why is
prompt.
it doing that?
Wait, so
Oh, is there like a loop? Okay. Oh, okay. I see what it's doing.
oh, so that's the second question, right?
Yeah, so it's using the answers from the first question.
Yeah. Open API to generate the response. Response. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Oh,
Get
so that's kind of a standard operation that like it just you have to use the generate question to ask the next prompt,
right,
and then it's feeding into the DALL-E.
right, because unlike chat GPT, like each call is independent, right?
Yeah,
Question, response. All right, well, I mean, this seems plausible. Right? And then we just like have a variable for different names, and then we just, you know, swap them out in this string.
Mhm. Mhm.
Well, I don't have the Open
API key.
API installed. Do you?
Neither do I. Let me check. Open API. Is
See
there like
that
a
next
free
time.
quota?
I mean,
Yeah.
I've
Is
paid
there?
for it. Like, I'm happy to use my quota.
I think you can get your API keys from your but don't show it online, man.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah, people will steal your API keys to make requests.
for sure.
Anyway, yeah, so it's basically like get the API key, I guess, is from like the OpenAI account, online account. Go into your
Mhm.
account and then you will see it maybe. Like there's
Right.
account management, and then just put it into the script, I guess. Let me see.
So I'll just start a repo and just start throwing this stuff in there.
Sure. You want to add me to the collaborator?
Yeah.
I'll give you my GitHub account. Uh, it's just let me give you the chat box.
Hold on, I gotta verify myself. Did you put it in the chat?
Yeah,
Cool.
you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one.
Perfect. All right. So can I just add a file here? Creating a new file. All right. So this
Yeah.
would be
ChatGPT, like text.
right. Yeah.
Wait, question. Yeah, question reply.
Yeah, this is GPT. Because it's not just
Yeah,
questions.
yeah,
Um, I'm not going to put in my API code now. We'll do that
yeah,
later.
yeah.
And who knows if this script even runs, right? But it's a
Yeah.
good start. Okay, so we have,
But if it doesn't run, we can debug it using ChatGPT
right,
again.
yeah, pretty easily.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
funny actually.
now, yeah, so now let's just keep it going. Does Dolly have an API? I
Uh,
don't even know.
let me see. I think they have quota, right? Like free quota for beginners.
Mm-hmm. Dolly 2. Oh, Dolly API came out in November.
Oh, it's public beta, right?
Yeah, so that should work. I have
Yeah,
this.
enough to.
It limits the amount of tabs I have, but in this
Oh, I
browser,
see.
everything is an open tab, right?
Yeah.
All these bookmarks, I don't know which ones are open or not. It doesn't show clearly,
Oh,
like
I see.
which is a loaded page or and which isn't.
Okay.
Poly API. Okay. So
Yeah,
it
I'm looking at
exists.
this too.
What's that?
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking at this too.
Yeah. Okay. So now, thanks. Now write a second script that is in the same directory. and takes the outputs of the first script to generate corresponding images for each question or each, oh, we have the DALL-E prompts already. And generate.
Oh yeah, right. Wait, is that the same API key, right? It's all for like all the products we have for
Is
one.
it?
Otherwise, like how do they call .e? Or no? Like wait. Oh, it only gets the prompts. I see. Sorry. Yeah.
The second script is in the same directory and takes the outputs of the first script to generate corresponding images for each DALL-E prompt. Clear?
Yeah, great.
Why would we not need requests to use this library?
What? You mean? Oh, import requests. I see.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's the problem that the API is not like included into the Open API library, maybe. So it's a separated. So like a as you can see from the documentation they have, it's like
Mhm.
you gotta make curl requests. So
Right.
there's I don't think they probably didn't like make it a library include it into Open API. So we have to use Python just request like the HTTP URLs to do that.
Yeah.
You see, so you just
Mhm.
basically compose into a URL like API request.
Right. Yeah, I guess I'm surprised because if it's the Open API library, it's not the
Mhm.
GPT library, right?
Yeah,
You think the DALL-E would be included.
yeah,
But we'll find out when we try running some of this
yeah,
possible trash.
yeah.
But okay. Data.
Let's see.
It looks plausible, right?
Oh, let me see. So is open okay? Where's the prompt? Uh, wait, where did they import the prompt? Oh, I see there. The first
In
one,
the
right? It
text
reads from a
file.
file. So the first one, you gotta save the prompt to some file. Oh, it's
Right.
right there.
Is this, but it's not saved. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, not a big problem,
I,
but it just shows that it doesn't
yeah.
remember.
Yeah. I just printed, and then we should like save it into a text file and then read it from the the second line of code, and then we
Right.
get like data back headers. Okay, response. Yeah, it works, I guess.
Yeah, assuming that it's calling the API properly and like
Yeah.
formatting all this stuff properly, but who knows? Anyway, let's save it. We can try it later.
Yeah.
File, create new file. And so this would be DALL-E.
Yeah.
Another thing I'm thinking is maybe we get it to produce like a bunch of images with different with different seeds, and
Hmm.
like the video scrolls through
Oh,
for each
you mean like
question,
screw through the
like
seeds?
multiple. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. We should start with, we can get one image. We're already doing all
Yeah,
right. One image per question.
yeah,
Maybe we shouldn't even be trying for multiple questions at this point. Um, but okay, so
yeah.
we kind of get it. Now we've saved. So there's a JPEG that's named after each prompt. Probably
Yeah.
not ideal either.
Wait, so yeah,
It should probably be in like a
JPEG,
directory
PN.
for like this famous person.
Yeah, Dolly
Um,
Chrome replace. Wait, it just replaced something there.
well, this is
Not
it's
replace.
because there's spaces, so it's
Oh, I
replacing
see.
the underscore so it could
Oh,
save
I
it
see. I
as
see.
a file name.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long ass file name.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I gotta change that.
And then okay, so now we've got the images, we've got the prompts. So why did it say to do video creation before generating the text to speech images or text to speech audio files?
Oh,
That
I
seems
think
out of order, right?
yeah, it doesn't matter actually, right? Like 4 and 5 can be like either way, because you have to do one, and because we got the we got the prompts, we got the text and also the images right now, like both, right? Like from GPT and also from DALL-E.
Right. But I mean,
So
the
you
image
just
video creation needs to happen after text to speech is
right.
created.
Yeah, it makes sense because of the timing, right?
Uh, because otherwise you'd need another step to say append the text to speech audio files to the video at the appropriate places, but it doesn't.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe that's like that's our problem or my problem because of the way I worded the question. It just says
Oh, okay.
generate the corresponding audio,
Yeah,
right? It doesn't say and put it in the video. So I think a lot of like the misunderstanding is probably just we weren't clear enough
yeah.
um, at the beginning. Prompt engineering's
Right.
hard. It's
Yeah, it
gonna
is.
be a job for people.
Yeah,
And they're
because
probably
there's
gonna get
like
paid a lot of money.
yeah, because there's not a lot of like guidelines. Like the it's like bunch of like you gotta guess a lot. It's coming from like experience. It's not like
Right.
coming from yeah. But I mean, like it will get like better. And prompt engineering wouldn't be that hard. Maybe in the future, like recent futures.
Maybe. I
Yeah.
think there will be at least several years where it's probably a valuable skill set.
Hmm. Yeah.
I can't imagine that GPT-4 is going to be so understanding of like what a human actually wants to see that you can be
Yeah.
sloppy with language,
Yeah.
or you don't need to have any experience working with like this AI in particular.
Yeah. Right. So
Now,
it's just basically like it will advance to human level understanding.
Yeah, I think so. I think in order for prompt engineering to not be an important skill,
Hmm.
it would have to, the AI would have to be better at understanding humans than we are at understanding ourselves.
Right. That would be like scary. It's kind of like AGI
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, which might not be far away. We'll see.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, so now write a Python script that takes the questions and responses generated at the beginning to that uses the Google text to speech API to generate audio files for the questions and responses generated or the I just want to make sure that it knows what I mean by questions
Yeah.
and responses by the for the questions and responses
From the previous step, just
generated
it's
by
okay.
um, the open API scripts.
Yeah.
Generate audio files for the earlier. All right, let's see if it, do you think that'll know what it means, what I mean?
Using
Confuse it.
Python script. Well, what did you say on the second step? Like, generating the DIE. Oh, what's the next one?
And then it's in its output, it like capitalized question and response. So I'm hoping that helps it like pick up what I
Yeah.
mean. Or maybe we can even say generated questions, like use the variable name. Generated
Yeah.
questions, generated responses, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's more accurate.
Let's see if it remembers that far back. Let's see.
Here. I put my phone like in my pocket and it's still trying to
It's still
connect.
maybe turn off Bluetooth and it'll probably stop
Oh,
asking for this.
oh, I see. I
What do
see.
you think?
Yeah, I'll do that. It's really annoying.
Yeah. Import requests. Okay, import JSON. That's so this might like
Here's
none of
the
maybe none of these work, but probably like if one of us spends a day like
mhm,
working out the kinks, we could probably get something that works, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe not the video creation bit. We have to see if there's anything for that. But all the other steps, like it's doable in a day.
Yeah, I mean, like from my perspective, like if you spend like the first one is like you just need to call the API and figure out what the API gives back to you from like the open the ChatGPT API, and then we can just also like organize the answers a little bit and then save it to a file or something, and then call another API. It's like just basically a little bit of the nifty great like a lot of small stuff that we have to tune.
Right.
Yeah. TDS endpoint. Okay, that's
So where did it
the
get?
mod.
Okay, so it invented a file that it never created.
Yeah.
Read strip split.
Yeah, but that's that basically just like, we save that question with responses to a file and then it just started from here. It just extract
Right.
the taxes from that file.
Yeah. Well, and also like it totally made up the format because like up here
Oh yeah.
it has as questions and responses and the Dolly prompt together like this.
Yeah.
Wait, and it's zipped up into like a single string? Or no, I guess they are on different lines.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't even this step it didn't save to a file, I guess, right?
Right.
It just printed. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was hoping like
So
maybe there's some relationship between the format
mhm.
and it's not. So it seems like
Yeah.
it doesn't remember at all anything about this this script. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Text. Okay. Anyway, it seems plausible, right?
Yeah. So wait, but I guess calling that API, like I was like Googling the text to speech model. I think it's in Google
Mhm.
Cloud.
Okay.
We got like 300 credits, like $300 credits for free. And then
Okay.
I think it's just calling that endpoint with the like if we call this API, I guess what happened is that we will be you know we will have a we'll have to log in, like there will be like a like window pop up and then we have to log
Right.
into our account and then we can get it's just the overall process
Right.
and then we can call it and then we'll get the data back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does this look like the
Yeah,
proper
I think
endpoint and the
so.
proper format for the request?
Yeah, so let's see, like the question and response equal to so it split the question and response from this loop, and then uh, and then for each wait define the data for API request. Okay, okay. Wait, so where's the response? Oh, I see. Define headers for the API request. Okay, use Google text to speech audio. Okay.
So it's possible that it's splitting it up because it
Hmm.
knows that they're different speakers.
Yeah,
So it'll be like a different voice.
maybe. Yeah. So so define the data for. So the input is only questions. You see.
Yeah.
So so
For question response, enumerating question responses. So this is for each one, right? This is for each pair,
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. For
right?
each pair. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
then
Yeah. Right.
it's possible that it's doing the question first and then the response. But this is
Uh,
kind of
TDS.
odd, right? Save the audio data to a file.
Just a little bit off, I guess. I think.
Yeah.
But I can.
Is
We can
it
definitely.
embarrassed? That's why it stopped.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
It
it's
stopped.
possible. Maybe it went into it is like in a corner that it can't get out of,
Oh yeah. So it didn't
right? Because
finish,
it's
right?
like, where do you go
Oh
from
yeah.
here? It's
Right.
writing response content,
Yeah.
right? Like it's just
Yeah. It got stuck.
yeah. It's okay,
I.
ChatGPT. We understand. All right, let's try again. And maybe we can
Yeah.
change the prompt for so it doesn't remember the previous. So
Yeah.
let's just say for a I don't know, a list of well, I mean, what's the right way we would uh
Uh,
structure the data? Just like a list of tuples
yeah. Yeah.
tuples, each containing a question and an
Wait. Or maybe dictionary. Maybe dictionary is better.
dictionary. Yeah,
Yeah.
a
Because
dictionary.
it's like pairs, right? Like
Yeah,
key pairs with questions and answers.
the value, a question text string, and the value
Yeah.
is a response text string.
Hmm.
Um, the question is asked by one voice, and the response is dictionary. Or let's say like an audio file, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't want a well, we do want audio files, right? Because we want to be able to see where one question ends.
Yeah. Like an
For
MP3 file.
yeah, for each entry in a dictionary.
Hmm.
All right, I gotta go soon and get ready for bed.
All right.
But it's so
We're
cool, like
almost there.
how much progress we made. Just getting
Yeah.
here probably would have taken me a day. Oh no,
Yeah.
don't do that. Well, it's okay. We can import.
Wait, so it just created the a dictionary. The
Yeah,
hell?
and created questions. And it has some vague memory that it's about Abraham
Oh
Lincoln.
yeah. Wait, that's
Wow.
funny, man. That's really
Yeah.
funny.
It's so weird, like what it remembers, what it doesn't.
But
Also,
I mean,
like,
it just made it. Oh, text to speech. Oh, it's a Google Cloud. That's way better. Wait, it used a
right.
different master this time.
Yep.
What the hell?
I
It
guess,
was a it was a like calling like from HTTP like the REST API, and right now it's like
right.
using a Python library.
Yep. Is that a real library?
Yeah, I think so. It's like you create a client and then you just call it for question response blah blah.
Okay, so question, audio config. So question
Oh,
voice. The
next
question
question was.
asker is a male and the response is a female.
Oh,
And that's,
okay.
and they have, one is WaveNet D, one is WaveNet C. Okay, so they are different voices.
Yeah.
So question, input, text to speech type, synthesis, input, text equals question, question, audio, uses the input, the voice config and the audio config, and it does the same here. And so here it creates a file, but it names the file the question. Maybe we might want to, oh, and also it's finished. Please continue.
The response audio to a file. Okay. The response audio.
Oh,
So it
so it
just oh
saves the questions and the
separate.
answers separately. I guess that's fine.
That works. Yeah.
Yeah, it still works. Okay. So there we
This is
go.
not bad. This is not
Yeah.
bad, actually.
So create new file, and this is, what should we call it? Text to speech.
Yeah.
And then write the response. This is
Wait.
formatting is kind of
Right there.
strange.
Yeah.
Is that the right
Yeah.
nesting? Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
And it's all within this for loop.
Yeah.
Oh man, I haven't I haven't used Python in a while. So I was
Yeah.
thinking like, how do I know where the for loop ends? Like there's no
Yeah.
semicolon.
Yeah.
There's no closing parentheses. I guess that
No,
means
yeah. For Python, there's no. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So that's text to speech. And then
Hmm.
let's try. So let's just ask like um give it a little encouragement.
Wait, I think
Now,
you know what? Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. I
no,
think you know
no.
what? We can even write this not like from separate like Python files. We can only like we could just directly do it like in Colab or Jupyter
Right.
Lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like a
true.
Jupyter notebook.
Right.
Yeah, and that like give you a lot of sections, right? So it's like you don't have to
Mhm.
run Python file each by each. So
Right.
for Jupyter Notebook, we have a a section and just like getting the text back and then save it
Right.
into the local repository REPL, and then we get it back and then fit it back again, and then we get audio and then we get an image. Yeah, and then like if people want to reuse it, so basically just run the whole thing, and then they get the final results.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, we can do that and just make it public and then anybody can auto make their
try.
video. But
Yeah.
I was thinking I did want to save the files on my computer so I can use Copilot to
Oh yeah.
to debug, write more
Yeah.
functions for us. Because that
Yeah.
seems to
Definitely.
have better like context understanding of different files in a
Oh
directory
yeah.
and how they're working together.
Yeah. You mean Copilot, right?
Yeah, Copilot.
Yeah.
Uh,
I haven't tried it yet, but
oh, you
it
got to
sounds
get
pretty
it.
good.
It's really cool.
Okay.
You can just uh like define a function in a comment and wait
Mhm.
3 seconds and it'll write like the function will just appear.
Okay. That's cool. That's
Yeah,
definitely
it's
cool.
really cool.
Yeah.
All right. So next is so that was great. So I'm gonna ask. So we have the prompts, we have, well, we don't even need the prompt, the text anymore, but we have the images, we have the text to speech audio. So I'm gonna ask, like, is there any library that will just make videos for us using uh an image file and audio files?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, there's probably something.
Yeah. Let's try.
Can you write a script that takes our image files and their corresponding audio files to create a video that shows the the that shows the corresponding image while playing the
Question and responses, maybe.
yeah while playing the appropriate questions and responses. All right, let's see what it does. Sure. Movie pie.
Movie pie.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well,
Damn.
yeah.
I don't
I
even know.
mean, we got
Like
to
movie
see
pie. I never
like
used it.
I've had it tell me to use libraries before that just didn't exist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you just
In
made up.
JavaScript. And like it even made a CDN URL.
Okay. Oh,
So it
so
like looks so real. And then I went to look it
that's
up.
really funny. It's like lying.
Yeah, there's no record of this library ever existing.
Okay, but movie pie exists.
Right.
I found it on PyPy.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Let's see.
Okay. So, and those questions and responses are separated from, oh, so we have to input. Oh, it remembers it's a dictionary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, what is it? The script takes the blah blah dictionary input and creates a video clip for each question and response. The video clip will show, okay, press run for 5 seconds of playing the audio for the question, followed by a fade out and fade in to the corresponding image and audio for the response. The final video is created by concatenating Oh, so it's just basically concatenating all the video clips together. And it will be saved as an MP4. Okay.
I'm
Oh, I
still
see.
confused.
I think it just created you know, it just created a bunch of clips for each questions. And then it just concatenated the whole video into one into the final video.
Right.
So you see like the video set
Yeah.
audio. So it's a for loop,
Right. For
and
each
after the
clip.
for loop runs,
Yeah.
yeah, there will be four video clips. So appended videos, right? So there
Yeah.
will be four clips in the video clips. The string, like the list,
Right.
and then it just concatenated the whole clips together. But I'm not sure if that really works like that.
Right. Um,
Sounds like a made up, but I don't know. I never used MoviePy. Let me see, like the documentation real quick. Documentation.
Sometimes when I ask questions like this, it'll just admit when it's made a
Mhm.
mistake.
All right. This quiz should be a good starting point. All
Oh,
right.
you sneaky little devil.
Damn. But it is possible that it might not run specifically with the handling. Okay. So dependencies. All right. Okay. But that's just basic questions.
Right.
Problem.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, it's possible because I'm not sure, like, how do you save a video in a list? Like, what kind of what stuff in there? Like, what it looks like. For example, like for text, it's a string, and then like for the audio, it might be like binary codes, right? So
Right.
is it the same for video as well? Not sure.
Yeah, I guess we just have to. Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's an object.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, I see
frame rate
this.
of 24. Is that insanely slow?
It's all right, I guess.
Okay.
So usually, the videos that we upload to YouTube is like 30
Okay.
FPS. Yeah. So I guess it's fine.
Video creation dot py.
You can check this out. I think this is
So
an
somebody
example.
made. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, using MoviePy.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
similar. Like, we definitely got to do more research on this
right.
based on what ChatGPT wrote.
Yeah. But it's a starting point.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So then
That's great.
last one is video upload. Oh, and it remembered to
Yeah.
call it final video. It's so weird. There's like I feel like it's remembering some stuff. It's just hard to know what it's remembering.
Yeah. You,
that will upload final videos to YouTube as public videos.
yeah. Google API console project. Okay. This
So
is
it's
this is the
about
same.
right?
That is like the same as Google API, Google Ads API.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of similar. I think Google's API system built on the same like conventions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're gonna do like we
Title:
gotta
famous
get it.
person's video.
I still remember that.
The tags: famous person, interview, questions, answers. I wonder what category that is.
Yeah. Oh, that's like the category we choose, like science and technology or
Oh, really?
entertainment.
That's
But
funny.
yeah, yeah,
So that's like a meta understanding
yeah,
of, that this is like a tech demo thing.
yeah. Verify the past. Okay, credentials. Google API console project, and then the video's title. YouTube video insert. Okay, the privacy status. Okay, set the video to public at which step?
Here in the
Oh, I see.
body
Okay,
of the request.
okay,
Status.
okay.
Yeah. I guess we just will have to trust that the trust and safety team at OpenAI is doing their job, and we don't get
Yeah,
any bad content from the from
yeah. From the
GPT or from
images.
Dolly.
Yeah, yeah. That's tricky though. So like we still have to check, each results
Each
before
video,
upload.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Video upload. Something. All right, and this one looks plausible too. We'll probably want to change the tags
Yeah.
and the description. I mean,
Yeah,
we'll
and
have
then
to
we
make
can
it
ask
dynamic.
chat.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then we can like another pipeline to ask ChatGPT like write everything for description, tags, and stuff.
right. Yeah, so we could have um
So based on the questions and the person, the question, so we just fit
right,
in the context and also the response. Write me a
right.
title, like really attractive title for YouTube,
And
and
tags,
also a description.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then output it in this JSON format.
yeah, dude. The I think the perfect pipeline for all this generative AI is
Mm-hmm.
like you have a central like place that you just put like user use you know like bunch of like Lego modules, and then
Mm-hmm.
you write the pipeline for just basically like a flow chart. You
Right.
just the user just write a flow chart, and then the AI will do all the rest.
Man,
And then
yeah, that's coming. That's
yeah,
coming pretty fast. It
yeah, and
reminds me
then
of
it's like
like the image that came to my head is like the when people are editing stuff in Unity or Unreal Engine, how it's just like you drag and drop these
yeah,
like squares that represent different behaviors of objects,
yeah,
and you can tune
right,
like change parameters for stuff right there. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That would be like, that's like a productive booster. Like
Yeah,
we can probably automate a bunch of stuff like used to take like a month or two. Or with
right,
that kind of tool, it only take like like 10 minutes or something.
right. That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I should add this comment content. Might be useful. All right, well, there you have it, everybody. AI pipeline,
Yeah.
AI video generation pipeline. All you need is
All
a
pretty.
person's name,
Yeah.
and you can have the funniest videos ready in an instant.
Yeah. Thanks for watching though. Like if there's any.
Yeah, we got 2 views.
Oh
Let's see.
really?
When the future people are looking back and talking about how innovative and ahead of the curve we were,
Yeah.
we're doing it for you guys in the future.
Yeah.
All right, let's call
All
it a
right.
night.
Sure. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, this was lots of fun.
Yeah,
All right, I'll end the stream now.
sure.
Peace.
Peace. See you next